Clocked you going 85, ma'am.
Ma'am. Now, do I really look like a ma'am to you?
No, ma'am. License and registration, please.
The address isn't right. I just moved to town a week ago. And please note the date of birth.
Registration, please.
I came here for a job. In fact, I'll be working very closely with the police department.
Let me guess. Highway safety?
No. I'm the new chief medical examiner.
Ah. Let me be the first to welcome you to Baltimore.
Well, now I know why they call this place Charm City.
You think I'm charming? Wait till you meet the guys at Homicide. Ma'am.
Move like a chicken when we're scratching in the sand.
Nice little pop stand you got here.
You can get set up in the box.
I'll have access to your entire staff if necessary.
If necessary.
You see that guy? He's FBI.
Ah, that's the Grand Inquisitor that they got on your case. Man, looks intense.
You know, the FBI hasn't been the same since J. Edgar Hoover died. They just haven't found the right man to fill his brow.
He's gonna be talking to you guys, trying to come up with stuff that makes me look dirty, you know, stuff that he can tie into the bribery investigation.
Hey, don't worry about it, Mikey. Munch and I got your back, don't we, Munchkin?
I don't know, I've never been interrogated by the feds before. I'm liable to tell them that Kellerman kidnapped the Lindbergh baby.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, have a good life.
Would you have a lover's spat?
No, you know, I should have listened to you. Because I shouldn't have let him stay in my place. Now I see why he got evicted from his own house.
What do? Eat all your bagels and fall out the bathroom?
No, it's worse. This morning he tried to get intellectually stimulating. You ever talk about Nietzsche over a Pop-Tart?
Kay.
Yes, sir.
There's an FBI agent, Thomas Vandolfi, in the box. He's going to be interviewing people about Kellerman.
They're right here in the squad room. Why not IID?
Well, I didn't want them to disrupt our work so they can conduct the interviews here. Now, get in there. You're up first. Be helpful and courteous as possible.
You're kidding, right?
Lieutenant, did he say anything that you could share with me?
No.
Well, he didn't say anything? You just can't share it with me?
Mike, I don't like these FBI people snooping around either. So just ignore him, do your job, and relax.
Right.
Bayless, Homicide.
Hey, you wouldn't want to settle up your bar tab now, would you, Mike? Just in case on the off chance you have to leave town suddenly?
I'm going to Middle Branch Park. Anyone want to come?
Sometimes they got a guy there sells hot pretzels.
I'll drive you by.
Okay. Oh, you want me to stick around?
No, it's fine. I've got Munch for moral support.
You have a very impressive record, Sergeant.
Oh, thank you. My lieutenant told me to be courteous, but I think this interview's about Kellerman, huh?
It is. Mostly. Detective Kellerman is suspected by the U.S. Attorney of taking bribes when he was on the arson unit. I just have a few questions about his work habits. I'd like to answer them as honestly as you can. Tell me, do you two socialize?
Oh, you might have had a drink at the waterfront. It's a bar we all go to.
Have you ever dated?
I'm his co-worker, his supervisor.
You dated Assistant State's Attorney Edward Danvers, right?
If you know that I went out with Ed Danvers, then you probably also know I never dated Kellerman.
How's Detective Kellerman's closure rate?
It's pretty good. I don't have the numbers with me, but I can get them.
What about his work habits?
He comes into work on time. He doesn't put in OT unless he needs to. What do you want to know? Do a Sox match?
Do they?
Look, you're just doing your job. I understand, but...
You see me as the enemy. I'm just trying to get at the truth. Isn't that always your goal, Sergeant?
Yes.
Do you have any reason to believe that Detective Kellerman might have thrown a murder case for a payoff?
No, I do not.
You see how easy that was?
I can go?
Anytime you like.
Fine, if you need me, I'll be out there working.
Sergeant Howard? I love your hair.
Hey, Sergeant, how'd that go?
Oh, fine, I think.
Hey, Frank, you taking a break?
I'm searching futilely.
Baltimore Magazine, my favorite. Well, I can already tell you what the best calamari in town is. It's Invictus.
I got an anniversary coming up tomorrow, and you know, Mary, she's been terrific through this whole thing. I need to find someplace special for her, you know.
You know, all a woman ever really wants is romance. I mean, you could take her out to a fancy hash house, you could buy her gems that sparkle, but the moment she's really waiting for, it's back home. Flickering candlelight, satin sheets. Trust me.
Trust me, he says.
You don't trust me?
You've been married 3 times.
Exactly. Point being, all told, I've had 7 anniversaries. Well, 8 if you count the time I slept with Gwen after we were divorced. But you know, guys like to think they're the ones with the sexual appetites, but let me tell you something, Frank. The older a woman gets, the more ravenous she becomes. Want to make your wife happy tomorrow? Stay in bed.
So what you got for us today? It's like a working woman. Her expired license reads Steffi Hammett.
Professional, huh?
Yeah, she worked on her back, died on her stomach.
A Joe who sells hot pretzels found the body.
Pretzels? I need to talk to her.
Her underwear are gone. We're searching for them now.
Where's Sammy?
Supposedly on their way.
Hey, you want to canvass the area and see if anyone around here saw anything? Thanks.
Hey, Bellis, I'll be damned if I'm gonna stand around here all day waiting for them me. I suggest we start on them.
Yep.
There you go.
What, there are no street signs in this city? Juliana Cox, Miami's office.
Hey, I'm Lewis's bailiff. That's young Jimmy Olsen over there. Bro, something happened to Shiner or Dyer?
No, I'm the new chief medical examiner.
Chief? Since when you make house calls?
Dead body, and me, that's kind of how it works, right?
Well, the old chief never showed up unless the person was famous or important. Maybe, you know.
Yeah, well, new chief, new rules. Excuse me. Excuse me. Why is her face damp?
Lewis just rolled her over.
Just rolled her over. Has it moved her?
I didn't exactly drain her blood.
Word of warning, detective. If you ever touch anything dead before one of Miami's is on the scene, I'll drain your blood. Is that understood?
Word of warning, bailiff. I'm gonna go talk to the pretzel man.
There are abrasions on her neck, contusions on her arms and legs. No obvious sign of trauma, but it looks like a strangulation.
Okay.
Hey! found him sleeping in the woods over there. When we woke him, he took off. These are in his pocket.
Missing underwear. What's your name?
Bob Thompson. I see you found Steffi. She was a real nice girl.
Do you know this woman, Mr. Thompson?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Listen, take care of the dead. We'll talk to the suspects, okay?
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. So how you know her first name?
She told me just before I killed her.
You killed her?
Yeah. I strangled her to death.
What have you got?
Dead prostitute, Middle Branch Park.
I killed her.
What do you want from me? Applause?
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'd like Detective Lewis next.
Gee, where am I supposed to interview my suspect?
Down the hall, room 211.
That's the boiler room?
Yeah. Take him down there.
Boiler room.
Kellerman, what do you think you're going?
Me? No, I'm just thinking.
The observation room is off limits.
Yeah, I know that. I wouldn't go anywhere near the observation room.
Good.
Spent a lot of time with Kellerman outside of work?
Some.
Been invited to this new boat of his?
Yeah.
Ocean sports fisherman. Mint condition. That's an expensive piece of property. Any idea how he makes the payments on a policeman's salary?
I guess he took out a mortgage like 99% of the other mooks in the country.
Most mooks don't buy a mansion.
It's not a yacht we talk about here. It's a fishing boat. He lives on board. He takes people rock fishing. He takes tourists around the inner harbor.
He pretty free with his money? Buy a lot of fashionable clothes?
I wouldn't exactly call Kellerman a fashion victim.
Is he a big drinker?
Couple beers now and again. Shot of Jim Beam.
What about drugs? He do any?
Nope.
Not around you, anyway.
Agent Pandolfi, I work a lot of drug murders in my line of work, you know. Talk to a lot of dope fiends. I can spot a dope sweat from half a block away. Mikey's clean.
You consider yourself a friend of his?
We're partners. You know how that works?
That isn't what I asked you.
Yeah, we're friends.
So maybe you'd protect him.
Now let's cut the crap, all right? Because if that was even remotely true, why in the hell would I be in this room with you?
Last February, you and Detective Kellerman were responsible for transporting a murderer, a Miss Rose Halligan.
Oh, yeah.
From Hazleton, Pennsylvania to Baltimore. While en route in your custody, she escaped and killed somebody else. You both were severely reprimanded by Lieutenant Giardello, but allowed to remain in the homicide.
What the hell does that got to do with what we're doing here, huh? Besides, he was aware of the circumstances.
As I would be if I had all the facts. I'm not asking you to interpret Kellerman's actions. I'm asking you to answer my questions honestly.
Why, so you can sit here and decide his guilt or innocence?
So a jury can decide. What are you afraid of, Detective?
Not you.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. So if Kellerman is without sin, then you'd be able to tell me anything.
Nobody's without sin.
Agreed. I'm just trying to determine whether Kellermans are mortal or just venial.
All right. What do you want to know?
Hey, Shiner.
Bayless.
Looking for Cox. You seen her?
She'll be back.
So, what's your take on her?
Cox? She's a pain in the ass. But she's easy on the eyes.
Sure she'd be flattered.
I'm sure she wouldn't.
Wouldn't what?
Oh, I'm going to lunch.
He's a real charmer.
Yep, there's one in every morgue. What can I do for you, Bayless?
Well, this Thompson guy, couldn't get him to shut up. Gives me all the grisly details of Steffi Hammett's murder. Then he confessed the murder of yet another prostitute. He says he dumped her in Middle Branch about 2 months ago.
Busy fellow. What seems to be the problem?
Well, this other prostitute isn't on the board. There's no record of another body, no open case. I can't figure out who he means.
2 months ago, huh?
I don't know. Could be lying.
And so you want me to...
To dig through your records, see if we can find another woman.
Oh, you actually want my help?
Yeah.
Because earlier I got the impression you didn't want my help.
Oh, no, you got the wrong impression, Doctor. I think that you'll find that we of the homicide unit constantly look to the wonderful staff of the medical examiner's office for their knowledge and expertise.
I'll call you if I find anything.
We do.
Frank,
Dr. McDonald.
is everything all right?
I called your office. They said you were still at home. You got a minute?
Well, I'm late for the hospital. If you don't mind walking me to the car.
No. Tomorrow is my my wedding anniversary. Mine and Mary's. 10 years. You know that there's something I want to do for her. Sort of as a surprise.
Well, how can I help?
I wanna stop taking my blood pressure medication so we can have sex.
Impotence is a common side effect of nearly all blood pressure medication.
I know. If I were to stop taking my medication.
You can't go on and off the Losartan. I'm sorry.
You know how hard it is for me to talk about this? To come down here? Huh? To be told that you can't make love to the woman that you love maybe for the rest of you. You have any idea, huh? How this makes me feel?
It takes 24 hours for the Losartan to leave the bloodstream. If, by chance, you happen to forget your medication tonight, well, maybe you and your wife can celebrate tomorrow. But if you want to see your 11th anniversary, I'd hop on that pill the next morning.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Hey. What happened with Pandolf?
Piece of cake. He got nothing. Whatever he tried to make something out of, I shot down.
Like what?
Like the VCR you sold Munch.
Wait, you told him about the VCR?
He brought it up, I explained.
What did you explain?
Mikey, if the worst thing that they got on you is you taking home that damn VCR, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Besides, he didn't even care.
What makes you think he doesn't care?
He told me so.
And you believed him?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He just played you for a sucker, Meldrick, because you fell for tricks that the most brain-dead smokehound wouldn't go for. You were supposed to be watching my back. Some partner.
You're nervous, Mikey, so I'm gonna let that pass.
Hey! Dr. Cost, what you doing here?
I'm looking for you.
Why didn't you call before you came down?
I need to call you before I drop by Homicide?
Hey.
Hey.
Last time we had a Chief M.E. visit around here was... We never had a Chief M.E. visit around here.
Hey, you got something for me there, Doc?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. Another prostitute was brought in 2 months ago. Amy Intricazo. Exactly the same circumstances. The case was handled by Detective Willard Higbee.
Higbee?
He got the Emmy in charge to pen the cause of death until the toxicology report came back from the lab. A month later it did, and it showed signs of cocaine and heroin in the body.
She OD?
No, levels weren't that high.
But the ME signed off on it as an OD.
Well, that's what the file says. This is very good copy.
I have got to talk to Higbee.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind a word with him myself.
Well, his shift starts in about 5 minutes. You want to stick around.
Hey.
Hey.
Got big plans tonight?
No, Barbara's cooking.
Sounds good.
Not really.
Well, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you before, but in 1992, I won 4th prize at the Maryland State Fair, the chili cook-off.
4th prize, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're a man of many talents, Brody.
You want me to come over tonight and cook up a little dish?
Nope.
It's beer chili with chunks of white meat chicken, 3 kinds of beans, chunks of tomatoes.
Well, come on, man, before Barbara reheats her tofu meatloaf.
Tofu?
Hey, Higby, you're just the guy we're looking for.
We meaning you and...
Juliana Cox?
Ah, the new body snatcher. What the hell are you doing in Homicide?
Well, did you hear about the prostitute that we found in Middle Branch Park this morning?
No, Tom Brokaw didn't mention it.
Oh, seems that this guy, he killed another hooker. About 2 months ago. Hooker's name was Amy Intricasso. He dumped her in the park, too. You had the case, but you called it an overdose.
And?
And I got the toxicology report, and the levels are too low for an overdose.
So what do you want from me?
How did you get an ME to sign off on this? You knew it was a homicide.
Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I had 6 open cases at the time. People whose families actually cared that they were dead. Nobody even showed up to identify her. And who cares anyway? She was only a hooker.
So I guess you would have done the same for me, right? Because I used to be a hooker.
Wait. Hey, Doc, you were a hooker?
No, Bayless. Here. No, I could not stand that hypocritical worm taking such a high moral tone. You know, where I come from, every death matters, every single death, regardless of job description.
And where are you from, Doctor?
Good night, Detective.
Good night.
Munch. You're already 3 sheets to the wind, Mike.
You know, actually, I'm only 2.5 sheets to the wind, so just pour it in there.
All right. I'm only doing this because you walk home, because you're a pathetic mess.
Hey, you're a saint.
Hey, Mike, it's your pops.
Well, tell him I'm not here.
I already told me you weren't here.
Well, fine, then just tell him I left.
Mr. Kellerman, Mike's left the upper door.
You haven't told your family yet what's happening with you, have you?
No.
Well, you know, you should really talk to them. You really should talk to your family because they can actually come in handy in a situation like this.
Look, I'm just hoping this whole thing's gonna blow over before they find out, okay?
So, she says to me,
Oh, jeez. Well, look what we got here. Munch, you know Bob Connolly? Bob and me, we used to work together in arson, and now we're being investigated together for taking bribes. What's going on, man?
I don't want any trouble.
Oh, there's no trouble. Come on, there's no trouble. Munch, pour this man a beer and put it on my tab. Look, man, you and me, listen, you and me and Goodman and Pierce, we gotta stick together, buddy, right? Just like we did in arson, right? Just when we work together, right?
Right.
The FBI. They've been sniffing around, they've been prying into your personal life.
Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it? Here, have a beer.
Hey! Come on! Come on, man! All right, that's it. Come on! Break it up! Come on! Hey, one more! Break it up! Hey, Bobby! You want nuts with that? Huh? You want nuts? Mike, come on, baby. Back off, okay.
Everything okay? It smell like meat burning?
Nope.
I guess everything's okay. Hey!
All right, baby, all right.
Get out of here. It'll be ready soon.
Little man's got it going on in the kitchen. Man, you get it going on right here. Oh. Game's on the line. Hoops good.
Well, here's to us then.
Yeah. You sure you don't mind having Brody stay over?
Not at all.
Ah, you're the best, baby. Give me some sugar. Oh, come on, baby. Let tonight be our night, huh?
Mr. and Mrs. Lewis, your dinner is served. Come get it.
Better be good, Brody. Better be good, better be good.
Bob?
Hi, Juliana.
Hey. How is he?
You know.
The doctor come by? What'd he say?
Oh, the same thing he's been saying since it started. Just like it belongs in a hospital. I said to the doctor, get him in a hospital? I can't even get him to lie down in bed. Dinner?
No, thanks. Maybe a bit later. Okay.
Sweetheart.
Now you pop. You should be in bed.
No.
You are not going to get any better behaving like this, you know.
I'm not going to die. I will not.
Lord, we'd like to thank you for the many blessings you bestow upon us daily. We'd like to thank you for the love you bring into our hearts and for this delicious meal we're about to eat.
You're welcome.
Amen.
Amen is
Amen.
right.
Sorry.
Amen is right. I'm starving. Brody. Man, this is good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Really, it's excellent.
Yeah. I haven't eaten this good in weeks.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah, that's Teddy, all right. You like him?
Who does it?
Barbara.
I like Teddy Pendergrass. I don't like the painting.
All right. Brody, you're an artist, you're a filmmaker. What's your unbiased opinion?
Well,
No offense, JH. His opinion isn't important. This is my home. The painting's ugly.
Well, you didn't say it was ugly when it was in my home hanging over my bed.
Because that was your bachelor's pad. Nothing looked good together, so it fit. In here, it's dated and completely out of place.
You know, sometimes retro just means bad taste, you know?
My Jimmy Dynamite Walker poster, my collection of blaxploitation films, my set of original Playboy coasters, all out in the trash. Teddy Pendergrass is the reason why I lost my virginity. This is the last link I have with my past.
On the other hand, Velvet has an incredible depth to it that you can't get it with canvas.
Yeah.
If you and me have a future, the painting goes.
So it's that simple, huh? Huh? Either the painting goes or you go?
Do you really need time to make that decision, Mildred? I hope you and Teddy are very happy together.
Thanks a lot, Brody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Rivlin. Woof. Look at that suit.
It's Italian, my one weakness.
Hey, I was wondering if you could help clear something up for me. Why'd you sign off on this case?
Intricasso. I don't remember it.
Really? It's about 2 months ago, a prostitute found in Middle Branch Park. Her toxicology numbers were low, but you marked it down as an overdose?
Every once in a while, someone needs a favor. If I can, I'm happy to oblige. Now, Higby's a good man. We all play for the same team, right?
I don't know, do we?
I'm taking the stairs. Are you going to make a big to-do out of this?
No. Am I?
What? I make a nice piece of change as a court-acknowledged expert. I testified for the defense in the McCallum double murders in New York and for the prosecution in last year's tourist killings in Miami. You overturn my ruling, I lose credibility. My career would be in trouble.
That's so funny you should say that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because your career is in trouble. As a matter of fact, it's over. You're fired, Rivlin.
Radio station.
Hey, Ed. How you doing?
Hi, Kate. Tim, fine, thanks. You?
I can't complain. It's early yet. Oh, hey, how are the wedding plans going?
Pretty good, I guess. You know how it is. Meryl suggests two options. I pick one, she goes with the other.
Coming joys of marriage.
Whatever happened to the honeymoon, eh? Oh, jeez.
What?
There's Glenn Nellis from the public defender's office. He and Meryl had a thing going before we got engaged.
Wow.
Hi, Ed. Glenn, you know Sergeant Howard, Detective Bayless.
Yeah. Hey, Bayless. I'm defending Bob Thompson on those two dead whores. I'm going up to talk to him right now.
It's fairly open and shut, Glenn. Both women were strangled, and Thompson signed the confession.
Well, that's going to make this all the more fun. Later on.
Okay, Glenn.
God, I hate that guy.
Hello. 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 Hello.
My, aren't we chipper this morning? Anniversaries bring out the best in you.
Uh-huh.
So have you figured out how you're going to celebrate?
Yep.
Are you going to tell me?
Nope.
But you do have plans.
I got big plans. What's wrong with him?
He's engulfed by demons.
Lieutenant, please, sit down.
You didn't get enough information yesterday.
I didn't get any information yesterday.
Pity.
Now, what can you tell me about Detective Kellerman's personal life?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing you don't already know. He's from Baltimore. He's divorced. He lives on a boat.
And you think of any reason Detective Kellerman has need of large sums of money?
Yes, there's a very good reason.
Which is?
I know how much he makes. Barely enough to make a living. I'm sure he'd like to make more money, but then again, wouldn't we all?
Detective Kellerman taken any exotic trips lately?
Exotic trips? No. Not unless you count the Marlon Thompson.
You're a funny man, Al. May I call you Al?
No, you may not.
Is Kellerman a good cop?
Yes, if I'm a judge of character.
Well, I guess that's the ultimate question. Are you? You had a Detective Crossetti committed suicide. And according to your own report, you were completely unaware of his spiral into depression.
What's your point?
You're an intelligent man, Lieutenant. I think you can figure it out.
You're saying I don't know my own men? That as much as I don't want to believe it, Kellerman just might be guilty. Isn't that what you're saying?
Lieutenant, before I joined the Bureau, I worked in the Homicide Squad in Omaha, Nebraska. Why is it that guys in Homicide, more than any other unit, have so many skeletons in the closet?
Lieutenant, how did that go?
It went.
Is that good or bad?
Did you make the coffee yet?
What?
I'm just trying to picture what you might look like in a Foreign Legion uniform.
Did you hear something?
You? No.
Then what are you looking at?
Nike, you're walking around here looking like a guilty man.
Yeah? Well, you don't look so innocent yourself.
What do you mean by that?
Well, how come you dressed in the same clothes you had on yesterday?
Ask Brody.
We need to talk.
What's up?
The Bob Thompson case. Someone tipped off Nellis about the overdose ruling on Intracaso. Now I can walk in front of a jury and imply that Hammett was also an overdose. Has there been a toxicology screen ordered on her yet?
Yeah. We're supposed to have a verbal confirmation in a few days.
Yeah, I'll get them to rush it.
Well, why? Thompson confessed.
He just rescinded. Nellis says Thompson's homeless, was confused, needed proper medication, the usual Bill of Rights shuffle. And if the screen comes back positive on Steffi Hammett, and Thompson's back out sleeping in the street.
We found her panties in his pocket. What do you need, more evidence?
You need more evidence. I need a clone.
If I were a homicide detective, I know what I'd be doing right about now.
What's that, Frank?
I'd be heading over to Potter's Field with a good shovel. It's time for this Intracaso to rise from the dead.
That's just what I was gonna...
Yeah, we were on our way.
All right, thanks, Frank. Nice day for a resurrection. You didn't have to come here yourself.
You know, I have a thing for cemeteries.
Really?
Oh, sure. History, mortality, futility of what we worry about all day. Sort of puts it all in perspective. Kind of cheers me up.
Yeah, I feel a chuckle coming on myself.
Styrofoam. Might as well wrapped her in tin foil.
Yeah, well, she's lucky she didn't end up at the State Anatomy Board, which is where we usually ship the unclaimed.
Man, oh man. How they gonna get her back in there once they get done with her?
Be very careful, you guys.
Detective Kellerman, can I see you for a moment?
You want me to sit?
No.
You want to ask some questions?
No.
Then what?
I need you to take a drug test.
A drug test?
Yeah, just go up to medical. They'll walk you through it.
I don't want to take a drug test. It's humiliating.
You don't want to take a drug test because it's humiliating? My confidence in you grows by the moment.
The more you poke around, the worse I look. If you probe every detail of someone's life, anyone's life, you're gonna come up with stuff that looks dirty. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, even you, Pandolfi.
Me more than others, Detective. I've been in my share of bar fights. But as a law enforcement officer, you know as well as anyone, there are certain procedures that have to be followed. Do yourself a favor and go up to medical.
Kellerman?
Yeah?
Second door on your right. Let me know when you're finished.
Hi. Mom? Yeah. Are you and Dad gonna be home tonight? No, that's just something I want to talk to the two of you about.
Let me sleep. Babysitter's gone. That was a fabulous restaurant.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. You nervous?
I don't know what I am.
Frank, this doesn't matter.
It matters to me. It matters to me.
I didn't mean that. It matters to me too. You unzip me?
Yeah.
Andy's lab sent this for you.
Oh, yeah. Surprised Cox didn't come down here herself. Autopsy reported the first prostitute, Amy Onicaso.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, Cox found a small fracture to the hyoid bone.
Oh, yeah?
There's a hemorrhage to the tissue surrounding the back.
Oh.
Occurred prior to death.
Which means she was strangled.
Which means Thompson is a double murder. Higby! Your ass is mine.
Oh, screw you, Bailiff.
Hey, walking late?
No, I'm just waiting for the funeral home to pick up.
Oh. You don't have lackeys to do that for you?
What do you need, Detective?
What? Can't show up down at the morgue without an invitation? I wanted to thank you for your help on the Inacasso and Hammett murders.
Just doing my job.
Yeah. Well, not a lot of Emmys would have gone the extra mile.
They will from now on.
Good. Yeah, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
Yeah. Why does someone become an Emmy?
I mean, like, was I called by God or something?
You know, it's bad enough, the job that I do, but you're down here and you're cutting up body parts, you're smelling formaldehyde. You know, how do you deal with that day in, day out?
Sometimes I drive too fast. Sometimes I drink too much. Sometimes I fall madly in love with the wrong man.
Yeah, that sounds healthy.
My dad always said, live life to the fullest.
So what brings you to Baltimore?
Now, how do you know I wasn't here all along?
Because I checked you out.
Oh.
Yeah. I like to know people that I'm working with.
Well, I guess you didn't check well enough.
No?
Mm-mm. I was raised here, but I've been working up in Buffalo for the past few years.
Oh.
Yeah, I came back because my dad took sick, and I wanted to be with him, help my mom out. Is your dad alive?
No.
How'd he die?
Doesn't matter.
No, I guess not. Gone is gone. Whether it's cancer or, I don't know, falling safe.
It's the truth. We're here to pick up a body. Cops? Are you with the family?
His daughter.
Sign here.
It's this one. Oh, can you wait a second, please? Okay, okay.
We'll be ready with the viewing first thing tomorrow.
Okay.
Diana, really sorry.
Yeah, it's been quite a day, hasn't it?
You know, if there's anything that we can do.
Yeah, no, I'm okay, Bayless. I'm okay. Yeah, formaldehyde. You never do get used to it.